Yeah, I thank for the invitation. Coming here, finally, after I think 3 invitations, it's possible that it happened. And I have the joy to talk about the art of loving, which is really the key for the art of living. So I'm very happy to talk about the love. Well, what kind of love do we really mean by this kind of love? I would like to talk to you. We use this word, of course, in many ways. I like a cappuccino, I love you, I love my pet, and all, so many ways. And we are all longing for love. Love to be, in a way, seen, respected, and all what I just mentioned has a grain of that love I am talking about. But that love I'm talking about is very fine, very sublime. You cannot define it. And a Sufi saying is saying a thing can be explained only by what is more subtle than itself. There is nothing subtler than love. By what then shall love be explained? So I mean this kind of love, and we all have it in us. In the essence of essence, we are pure consciousness that loves what is. And what is the taste of this love? It is inclusive. It's radiating. It's pure. It's beyond duality, including duality. It is inseparably one with all that exists. Just to give a few ideas or a few words to what love really means. And what is the price for this kind of love? Rumi, I would love to kiss you. And the price of this kissing is your life. What does it mean? It means one step from identification of I am this and that to I am. And it's always here, right now, in this moment. It's between each breath. It's between each thought. So the one step. And what does this love really, what is the dimension of this kind of love? Rumi again. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. This is very beautiful. If we let that sink into us, it means that formless and form, creator and creation, and the nameless and all the names are in a love affair. Prior unity before all differences appear. That kind of love has this dimension. And when we go deeper into presence, because this kind of love we experience, it's not quite the right word, but I say it like that, from moment to moment, being just right now, here. This moment, here, now. Power of now, we all know, Eckhart Tolle, of course. But the power of now has also a very, very delicate feeling in it. It's a feeling of being that loves what is. It is really the stone corner if in presence you have this frequency of love what is. And this is a deepening process. Attar says, in every moment, this love is more endless. In every time, people are more bewildered in it. So, it's not linear, this kind of love. It's very dynamic. It's alive. It's multidimensional. Love. Be. This love also has in its core the following, also a Sufi saying by Attar: I know nothing. I understand nothing. I am aware of myself. I am in love, but with whom I do not know. My heart is at the same time both full and empty of love. Nisargadatta Maharaj has said so wonderfully, I think it's a quintessence of what a conscious human being is. Love says, I'm all. Wisdom says, I'm nothing. Between the two, my life is flowing. That's a very precise description of what a human being in essence, with all the knowledge, with all the knowing, with all the discovering, with all the scientific wonderful discovering we have nowadays, including it all. And in the core of the core of the core, in a moment of inner listening, of silence, this kind of Sat Chitananda, Sat truth or existence, Chit, pure consciousness, Ananda, bliss, is revealed to us. We don't have to look for this love. We don't have to create it. It is what we are. We just have to be a moment of silence, looking inward, listening, be still, and it's there. And you cannot grasp it. You cannot have it. We are it. So to be in love all the time, my teacher, Mrs. Tweedy, told to me, I'm in love, but I don't know with whom and with what. And I said, that's what I want too, because I really loved to be in love. But you all know the story, that time, decreases often the period of being in love. There are other cycles following that state. But to be in love and not knowing with whom or what is a wonderful, inspiring, being present here now, at the same time, a dance in nothingness. This kind of love has a very radical dimension. The dimension is, as I said, I am all, like Nisargadatta Maharaj said. All that exists, I am. The beggar, the migrants, the professor, the teacher, the mother, the father, the animals, the plants, the wind. Everything has in it this vibration of love. When the secret of one atom of the atom is clear, the secret of all created things, both outward and inward, is clear. You do not see in this world or the next anything except that. Ibn Arabi. Now I knew also Professor Dürr, who is a quantum physicist from Germany. And he was very well known. He died, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. And he said to me, you know, when you go deeper and deeper and deeper, what the world really holds together is love. You cannot prove it yet scientifically. It's so subtle. We don't have instruments for it. But he, as a quantum physicist, came to this answer, questioning what is matter? What is really matter? So I'm all that exists. And this, of course, has something to do with how do we live in our daily life. Spirituality is a way of life, or the way of the art of loving is a way of life. So we try, in a way, kindly with us, to be kind with us and have a clear outline. We try to integrate this subtleness of love with us, our body, our mind. We follow our soul. How we treat our partner, the children, family, how we work, how we live, how we are with the plants and animals. So we know nowadays that the challenges humanity is facing locally, global and local, is immense. And His Holiness Dalai Lama has made an appel for the young people. We need a revolution of compassion. And compassion is an aspect of love. Yes, we need in our world now, in a way, a shift that not anxiety is driving us or fear, but that we understand on the depth of our being that life is inseparably one. And out of that, we find also in a way of living the art of love in our smaller world, in the bigger world, in a cosmocentric world, finally, that we expand in consciousness, and having us an expansion in consciousness, there will be solutions for the challenges we face nowadays. Neither I am aware of being a lover, nor of love, neither of myself, nor of the beloved. No spiritual narcissism. Me first? No. Me too, of course, but all together. Yes, we together. So it is not a new identification with, I am now proud of knowing or tasting love. I know now what presence is. No. It is beyond words, beyond defining. It's just being. And in a way, chanting, each of us, our unique song. Being connected in presence to this higher intelligence that is self-organizing, self-correcting, and self-renewing, synchronizing us into a universal symphony. That is the power of love. That is the perspective of love. Nothing is better for a man than to be without anything or a woman. Having no asceticism, no theory, no practice, when he is without all, he is with all. You see, love is so generous. It doesn't need any dogmatism. It doesn't need much for itself. It's more an opening of the human being in presence where love in a way flows through, giving itself. And the more it gives, the more it fills in. There is abundance. It is just also in a way no missionary, no mission. It works through attraction. Not much words are needed really. It is. And we all are pure love, pure consciousness, and can experience it without experience it from moment to moment in the power of now. The art of loving. What are maybe some main lines? The art of loving includes presence that loves what is from moment to moment. The art of loving has an understanding what is the mirror and what is the image in the mirror. A discernment of the wave and the ocean. It's very important because then we can let go and be very creative without having a new identification. The art of loving knows about the evolutionary context we are living in. We have an evolutionary crisis, we could say now, and it is an invitation for us human beings to expand our consciousness into now. The power of now that loves what is. It is, as a next point, to live an ethic that comes from your heart. We all have an inner knowing when we listen to it, what is the right thing to do and what is not the right thing to do. So to follow the inner ethic, then it is, as I said before, the art of loving is a way of living, practically. It's not theory. It's now, here, how I drink a glass of water, how I feel you, how I feel the neighbor sitting beside me, how I get in contact with people, how I talk or I don't talk. Then I think another point, and maybe that might be astonishing, for me it is also to believe in miracles. To know that we don't only have to understand the physics, but also the metaphysics. And there is something, if we believe it is possible, there is nothing that is impossible. It's a state of mind that opens, that don't create categories, conditioning. Free of it, then things become possible. And the last one is really coming together. Coming together in a we field, working together, co-creating together. And now, as I said before, evolutionary context is very important. We are in our history of humanity, or on the whole earth, if you look at it, where evolution gets through the consciousness of the human being known itself. Evolution is getting conscious. And the next step in our waking up, including all the wonderful scientific knowledge and the new things that are discovered in our world, it is possible to co-create together in an evolutionary understanding, in a way. It's like science and non-duality being one. I would say that is co-creation. As we know that a human being is a creator and is creation. When we understand that our creation, what we are, and we understand more deeply the creator in us, the creative power in us, in the power of now that loves what is, we can create heaven on earth. It might take time, but the perspective of a lover of this world, being one with creation and creator, has inside a blueprint, and we have it all in our heart, of an idea, of a vision where the world could go. One world, one humanity, one consciousness that loves what is. Thank you very much for letting me share.